What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Is the music too loud, by the way? Let me know. I'll be gone when the morning comes. Like a bat out of hell, like a bat out of hell. I'll be gone, gone, gone. Thank you so much for sharing the show. I appreciate that. We're just getting started. Jumped in a little early. Working on I'll show you guys what I'm working on in a minute. Let me zoom in real quick. Sorry about that. Like a battering ram. If you can guess what I'm drawing, let me know. Sabretooth. Am I that good or are you that good? TSM Duart. Which one is it? Am I that good or are you that good? Maybe a combination of both. Like I said, if the music's too loud, let me know. I'll turn it down a little bit. I just want some. I just want both. I appreciate that. The music's too loud. Let me know. I just want some background. This is my first time actually putting music on the stream. But I just, to break up the silence. But if it's too loud, let me know. I can tone it down a little bit. I just can't tell from where I'm at on my side. But if it's too loud, let me know. But if, like I said, if it's tolerable, appreciate it. Richie Rich, thank you so much. Everything all good. I appreciate that. So if I have a couple of people in here already, I'm working on a 5x8 sketch. So this is gonna be Sabretooth, but what it is I started working on this today. It's a 5x8 of Sabretooth, but let me pan out. It's him screaming, but you put him next to it's meant to be a two-piecer, and there is Wolverine. So I sketched this Wolverine today and then I thought it'd be pretty cool. I had him yelling, and then I have Sabretooth next to. So yeah, honestly, there was no plan on this. I plan on doing them inked. So this is a sketch of Wolverine. I do want to put some blood on him, so this be fully colored. And then I was like, wait a minute. Well, who's he yelling at? Let's be real. Who's he yelling at? So then I decided to start sketching out a Sabretooth. I've never done Sabretooth before, so I'm kind of adding my own spin to it. I should do bundles. Well, I would auction this. By the way, so what you see here, this is just something honestly me just to kill time and do. I have a lot of things planned for auction tonight. Sketch covers. I also have a freebie. I hope no one is
who's going to turn down a freebie. But for the first time, I decided to run a giveaway, and I did a quick little. This nothing finished, so don't you just got to do a little quickie. When I was at work today, when I got in the morning, I decided to start sketching out. But I did a little daredevil, quick little daredevil. So this was just a pencil, and then I literally took a. I used what I had at my disposal. I had a Bic pen, if anyone knows, old school. I do love still drawing with these, just a classic Bic. And so I just shaded, like I said, it's very basic. I did a pencil and then I did a Bic outline. And then what I did was I just took this purple, but I took a red outliner and just outlined it in red. I originally was going to do the background in red, but I hit an outline in red. So I decided to do this as a giveaway. And so I just like literally this is on 5x8 card. And that's something that I want to offer on my channel now is I have the sketch cards that have been really popular, which are these right here, the little sketch cards. But then I also have the bigger books, but then I kind of stumbled upon 5x8. And this is something that's really cool in terms of the sweet spot of like that allows me to draw a little bit more and offer a little bit more. So I want to definitely do 5x8 as another alternative option. So if any, I have pieces up for auction that I want to run tonight, which is in 5x8 format. But this is one I want to do a giveaway on. Just whoever wants it, give it away. I'll ship it out tomorrow. It'll be yours. Just a quick, like I said, a quick little daredevil, nothing special. I maybe took me 10 minutes to do, but I still want to offer it as such. And then to give you guys an idea of some other pre-done 5x8s, I will be doing some auctions tonight on some stuff. And if you guys are interested, I can show you what my allotment of pre-drawn things are. So for example, Omni-Man, we have Omni-Man, we have Moon Knight, we have Spawn, we have which I'm really happy with, Joker, we have Magneto, I have Invincible with Blood, we have another Invincible, I have Moon Knight straight on, I have a Spawn. What do they call this Spawn? Like the Western Spawn. Can't even think of the name of it. But I sketched out that one. I have Gunslinger. Thank you. And then I have regular Spawn. I don't think I have. And I have a regular Wolverine that I did. And so these were just ones, honestly, that I did 5x8 that I was just penciling. Like honestly, thoughts were just coming to my head, and I started penciling stuff. To be clear, the intention on all of these is to be fully inked and colored. So I don't want you to think like what you see is what you get. The intention is to fully ink these and fully color them. But a lot of them is just, I mean, for artists out there that know, sometimes just roughing out pencils is the hardest part to get the layout, like the Joker. So I did a commission based on this Joker on a sketch card. And so when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, I need to blow this up to bigger scale to add more detail. And so if anyone wants to see, I have no problem showing on my other phone, if you don't mind. Um, I'll show what I did on the Joker. I did a couple commission pieces this week, and one of them, for example, I'll show you guys for those who are in here because I just want to kind of get the word out now. Um, I did a Joker sketch card. Sorry for the ring light if it's in your. Let me turn this light off. Apologize, my sympathies for that. But you can see here, this is a sketch card of the Joker that I did in color that I shipped out last week. And when I did this one, I did my own like rendition on the Joker, like my own style, my own look to it. And so when I did that, I really liked what was going on with it. And so I wanted to translate this into a larger format. And so that's what kind of this is. And as you can see, the detail, there's more detail like in the card, there's the logo, there's more detail in the face, things like that, and the hair. So you can see like something like this to that. The 5x8 format just gives me a lot more freedom to kind of expand. And then obviously we have sketch covers. Like I sketched out this Spawn this week that I did this one and that I want to ink and color this one as well. And so there's so much stuff that I want to put up for auction. As I said, these sketches here are just like sketches, as I said, but they have intentions of being completely finished. And so I want to run some auctions for a lot of things tonight. I want to run auctions for sketch cards. So I have sketch cards here as well. I'll show you guys just, and then I'm gonna just continue my little saber tooth. But I have a brand new pick a card, any card. There you go, right there. I got sketch cards ready to go. I want to run those, and then I want to run some 5x8s, which are basically going to be. I need a ghost face sketch card. Yeah, absolutely. So I have no, like I said, I've been loving sketch cards. They're they're just fun to do. So we'll definitely run a bunch of stuff tonight. I'm not going to lie to you guys, for those who watching, when I did my last stream, I feel like I don't want to be kind of an ass, but I feel like I kind of sold myself short, if that makes sense, on a lot of stuff. So there was stuff. I want to be clear. I have a bunch of people watching me, and I'm still learning. Like I said, whatnot. I give my effort 100% regardless of what anyone pays. I want to be clear about that. Whether you pay X, Y, or Z, I'm putting in the same amount of effort regardless. There were sketch cards on my last stream I sold for literally $2. But the work that I put into them was arguably, I'm not touting myself in the sense of like, oh my God, like, like how could, I'm not saying that I'm the best out there. I'm learning. But I know that there's sketch cards that I did that I sold for like $2 that it's like, wow, like for example, someone asked me to do Soldier Boy from The Boys. Not perfect by any means, but like this is one that I did of Soldier Boy from The Boys, and I did from the actor. I can't think of his name that plays Soldier Boy. I opted to do like this. I probably sold this card for less than $5, and for that person that got that, thank you so much. I love you for that. I have no problem with that. Like I said, this was done just in ink, and I did a little bit of color on the back. I didn't want to like fully ink it because when I started doing it, I'm like, I like the way it looks, so I left it. Another one that I did, like someone asked for Alakazam, like Pokemon. There's a version of Alakazam that I did. I don't remember how much people paid for some stuff, but the sketch cards definitely. And like absolute, there's an absolute Batman that I did. Oops, sorry. There's my deck. Sorry about that. I'm on my other phone, but you can see like Absolute Batman. I never did Absolute Batman before. So those are just ones. So like when I was doing them, I put my effort into them regardless of how much anyone paid. So I really thank everybody. But when I do like the sketch cards and stuff, I started thinking about like my value and like, all right, well, how much is the minimum if I was to put stuff up for auction? Because I'm still new. All right. Nobody knows who I am. So I have no problem auctioning stuff off. But like I gotta have kind of a base minimum because I know the effort that I'm putting into the project. And so I want to make sure that, rightfully so, the person who's buying it is getting their money's worth. But like kind of so am I, if that makes sense. And I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. Sorry, where's my deck? That could have gone there. Sorry, there's my deck. That could have gone differently. That's so funny. But thank you so much for joining. I know you got some stuff in there. So but that's what I was just saying. Like I ran stuff basically when I ran stuff at auction, I ran everything at $1. That's just what I did, and people got steals. 100% I know that. And for me, it benefits both ways because it's work that I need to build up my portfolio that I can display to people that are watching, like what I'm capable of. If you're watching me for the first time, you have no idea what I can do. You have no idea if I'm good, bad, or indifferent, if I'm learning, whatnot. And so therefore, no pun intended on that. But I treat everything as like you guys are helping me build my portfolio. You're helping me do work that I've never done before. For example, like Sabretooth. I've never drawn a Sabretooth before. I've always wanted to, but I never have before. So like, doing Sabretooth here is a first for me. I'm liking where this piece is going, but I want to challenge myself as an artist. I do. And so and so when I do commissions, I'm open to literally anything. So when I open up the auctions momentarily for sketch cards or the 5x8s, you have a choice of picking whether or not you want to do you want to pick something that I have already in stock, or if you want something completely different, just let me know. I don't I no problem. It's challenging me, and I need to be challenged sometimes. You only do Marvel, Ryan? Absolutely not, Jeremy. You know who I am. Jeremy, come on, man. I'm literally did anything. I did Batman, I did Joker, did Spawn, some Pokemon. No, absolutely not. I'm open to literally anything. I just happen to be drawing a Marvel character in front, but no, absolutely anything. I mean, I just did the Soldier Boy from the Boys, first time ever. So absolute Batman, 100%. I want to draw more absolute Batman. As a matter of fact, if anyone's interested in sketch covers, I have a stack of books here, and I just ordered about 15 more books. So I have no problem doing absolute Batman on like a 5x8, which you see here, which will just be blank, and then I can go wild with it. Absolute Batman, believe it or not, is one of the hardest blank sketch covers to get, unfortunately. I think they go for anywhere between $50 to $60 because of the popularity. And I didn't know it at the time because I wasn't doing blanks. I wish I would have picked up a stack of them. So for anybody out there, artist wise, who's drawing on Absolute Batman and they're charging, you have first print. So do I. In terms of the comics, I have the first five, and I'm collecting the Absolute Batman series. But when it comes to the sketch cover blanks, they're incredibly hard to get. Like you can't touch the sketch cover blanks for less than like 40 to $50. So, and that's something that I do want to get my hands on one of them for sure. Absolutely. To do a to do a commission on, or to do something of my own choosing. Blank first print. Oh my God, Jose. I mean, I'm jealous because I did see them and I passed up on it because at the time I wasn't big into doing the sketch covers. I did two of them the other night. If anyone's interested, I know Invincible is very popular. I did this one literally I did this one last night. This is an Omni Man, which I did on an Invincible blank. It's hard to see, but I even added like blood splatter. If I zoom in, like you see all the blood splatter there. I did all that, slapping the pen on there. But this is an Omni Man that I did as a commission piece on an Invincible. And then I took a shot at doing a Spider Man. This was a piece that I pre penciled. And the person who got it was totally happy with me just finishing it off. And so this is a Spider-Man 94 sketch cover that I did like a Venomized Spider-Man. So Spider-Man being engulfed by Venom. And so that's a version that I did as well. So those are, and then there's a Venom, a most recent Venom sketch card that I did for somebody, which I'm digging the purple background with the tongue kind of all over the place. So I mean, for me, if you order a sketch card or anything like that, and you request a character that I've done, I want to be clear, you're not going to get the same one twice. When it comes to characters like Venom, I've said this over and over again. I can draw Venom 10 different ways, quite literally. I draw Venom about 10 different ways. Same thing with Spider-Man. So if anybody is interested in a character that I have drawn before, um, rest assured you're going to get something that's very unique to yourself. I strive to anybody who is open to getting a piece from me, I want that person to feel like they're getting something that's unique and in their own right, something that's not cookie cutter, that's like copy and paste. I don't want the same two people to have the same product, if that makes sense. And so therefore, the Helverine, that was a one-off. I mean, I would love to do Helverine on a 5x8. And then thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the Helverine. Thank you so much for having the faith in me to even just attempt that. I won't lie, that was the first time I ever drew it. And you and I know we've spoken. I actually used my 1/12 scale CT Toys Wolverine to kind of pose that up, and I took a photo of it that I used so for reference wise, because I needed some kind of reference, because for Helverine there just isn't a lot of stuff out there at all. And so I had to be a little resourceful and then kind of take my own spin on it. But like Helverine is another one I would love to do in a larger format. Ghost Rider, I have like a laundry list of characters that I would love to just nail down and be able to say like, hey, I drew that, versus like anything like Batman and Spider-Man, which I've done numerous times, which I have no problem with by any means. If anyone openly wants those characters, so like I said, this one here, for those that are tuning in, I'm kind of doing A quick. This is just a quick pencil. Helverine versus Wolverine. That's. I mean, I'm always open to ideas. Like I said, interpretations and things like that. So if you're interested, I do have blank sketch covers. I just ordered. As a matter of fact, off of eBay, I ordered a one off, a Wolverine red cover. I forget what the name of it is, but it's Wolverine, but the sketch cover's red. And I've never done anything in a non like color before that's not been white, and so that one is actually coming very soon. But it's a Wolverine that's in red, and so that might actually be kind of interesting in terms of tackling something like that, in terms of you know those characters kind of going at it. Might have to use my figures, my toys to pose up something if you're not opposed to that. But like I said, here I'm um penciling in just a rough. This was an idea for, like I said, those who are blunt hunt. Maybe, yeah. Like I said, open to anything. Absolutely. I it challenges myself as an artist, and you know, always open. Always open. So when we get a couple of people in there, like I said, we are going to you know we're gonna start off some stuff. Once again, for those who are joining that are watching, thank you so much for your participation. I wanted to do a quick little giveaway. There's really no time. Maybe give it a little bit longer, maybe another half hour. But I do have a giveaway here, which is a one off. This is a Daredevil sketch. I did this morning. This was just penciled in, and then I used a Bic pen, literally a big ballpoint, nothing fancy. I used to draw with this in high school a lot of times, but I used a big ballpoint just to kind of hit some shadows and did an outline. And then I also used, like I said, this is just purple, but I used a paint marker to just do an outline to frame the character. And so therefore, this is going to be auctioned off for anybody who's interested. This would ship out tomorrow. It's just basically I want to get my name out there. I don't have business cards. I don't have anything like that. I'm a no-namer. Nobody knows me. So I just want to get the word out there. And if it's successful, I think what I might do is start the stream off and just do a giveaway. Like I said, the giveaways won't be of the full quality that I can do, but just something 10, 15-minute sketch that I'm happy with, that I'd be happy to give away to anybody. My only request is that if you want to enter for this when I start the giveaway, if you're not a follower already, just please consider following me. If you enjoy the stream, if you enjoy the content, like I said, I've been drawing for so many years, but this is only my third or fourth Whatnot stream. And so I'm trying to be very active in the community and following other artists supporting artists, which is very important. For many reasons. And so therefore, when I start the auction, I think I can start it. I don't know if I'm still learning my ways here, but if I could start the auction, I can definitely start it and then let people start joining in on it. The giveaway, run giveaway. Yeah, there we go. I can run. I can. Let's see, can I change it? Oops, it's saying for 5 minutes. Can I do it for 5 minutes? Edit listing. Does it let me do it longer? Giveaway. If it doesn't let me do it, it does it for 5 minutes. If it does it, that's fine. We can do another one. But those who are interested in the giveaway, jump on in and just enter it. 5 minutes max. All right. So I just learned something there. There you go. I learned something new every day. Um, so anyway, we got entries. So once you enter, thank you for that. Like I said, I'm new to all this stuff. So now I know it's 5 minutes. But we can start it off. Like I said, a couple people jump in and you can win yourselves a 5x8. It's already done, and I will ship it out tomorrow. Obviously, because of the holidays and the 4th of July coming up, it's gonna probably be there next week. But nonetheless, there you go. So oh, my music stopped because I think I was over talking, or I have my music down low. You can run it early though. Appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. So we got 4 people in. Like I said, for anyone who's interested, jump on in, add in, and you're running a free sketch. You're running a 5x8 that I did today. So let me, jump on in, and if you're interested, as always, and then maybe after this, we'll start maybe doing some auctions, because like I said, I have open work right now, and I kind of want to add stuff to my book for this weekend. And I'll be streaming Friday afternoon. Friday's gonna be a really interesting one. If anyone's there, that bookmark the Friday stream, because that's the pre 4th of July. And I saw some past. Thank you so much, Jeremy, as always, for the support. Really do. Thank you. Um, I have something special planned for Friday stream, because it's July 3rd. So we're kind of doing a kickoff for 4th of July. I'm going to be streaming outside. I'm actually going over to my in law's house to hang out over there. So I'm going to do a stream outside. Probably going to be sweating my balls off, to be honest. But we're going to do a stream outside. And I am planning on doing a one off piece that I want to auction off. If I can get it done, but for 4th of July, I want to do a Captain America. So I ordered yesterday a Captain America sketch cover blank, and I want to do a Captain America drawing live on stream. And then we're going to auction it off there. I'm not going to say I can finish it, but at least you'll get an idea of what it looks like. I'll pencil it and try to get as much done as I can while on stream. And then what we'll do is we'll auction that off kind of as a 4th of July celebration, if you will. But I can't think of anything better for 4th of July than Captain America. And so, if you haven't already, make sure to bookmark that stream for Friday so you guys are notified when we go live. But that's going to be a fun one, I feel like, because we're going to auction stuff off. I'll work on some commissions outside. I'll definitely have a few cocktails, no lie about that. But nonetheless, I think we're going to have fun. Absolutely. So, my pencils are very rough. Sometimes I wonder I'm the only person that can see it. So therefore, it is what it is. But I know what I want to do. So this is a Wolverine. This is Sabretooth, for those who haven't figured it out already. As I said, if you haven't figured it out, then I guess I'm not good at what I'm doing. Jeremy, you're in Australia, right? What time is it over there? What time is it over there? I know in the past, you and I had trouble syncing up 10 a.m. Ugh, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this is different than YouTube with toys, right? This is something different. I don't do the YouTube toy thing anymore. I'm doing what I really want to do, which is the shipping will be expensive. Hey, listen, if you want to enter, it's free on me. Or maybe I'll just send you something just because you've taken care of me so much in the past. How about that? So the giveaway, we got 6 people that entered. It's going off in 3, 2, 1, 0. Are we ready to draw the winner? Let's draw it. So once again, right there. So Iceman 212, you are the winner. This is for a 5x8 sketch card, 5x8 of a Daredevil that I did. Like I said, it's a quickie. I will ship this out to you tomorrow. Once it's all taken care of, I'll get it shipped out to you. Like I said, it's on 5x8, penciled. I did it with, once again, a big pen, and then I just outlined it in red just to give it a little bit of pop. But outside of that, like I said, I just wanted to kind of do this just to get myself out there. If you haven't already, please consider following me. I probably will do more of these to start the streams, because it doesn't take a lot of time to do these kind of things. And so therefore, it's just fun. It generates interest, it generates engagement, and it's something that, I absolutely love to do. And I have fun doing Daredevil. I actually ordered a couple Daredevil blank sketch covers. And so, I mean, I'm afraid to even tell you guys how many blanks I ordered, but I ordered probably, like I said, between 15 to 20 today. I wasn't even thinking about it. I ordered anything between Spawn, Battle Beast, which I'm dying to do a Battle Beast commission because I hear that's like the big thing is Battle Beast. I ordered some Invincible. I did Spider Man. I did Daredevil. I did some Wolverine. I just a whole bunch of stuff that I'm just really, really excited about. So I'll package this one up. It'll be nice and safe. And this is one's going out to you tomorrow, which I'm really, really, really excited about. And so, like I said, once again, what you're seeing me do here is a quick little rough of Sabretooth. I just want to add some more shadows in just so I know where I'm going to blot the inks and things. But I think I'm going to do this one as a twofer because I have it paired with Wolverine. I can back out so you guys can kind of see what this is going to be. So this is going to be a two-piece set, and I did the Wolverine earlier today, and then you got the Sabretooth. So they're just both going to be kind of yelling at each other. I'll do them both in inked. I'll ink them both. I'll color them, and then I will do the background completely the same. So I'll probably tape the back. That way, when I ink them, that they're exactly the same. And then I'll do a very harsh, which I've been liking the harsh outline, kind of like how I've been doing with the red. But I'll do a complementary harsh outline with this, with each character, so they just really pop. So I'll do that together. So that's something that I might run. I might run it as a separate auction if anyone's interested in that. Like I said, I'm just going to finish penciling in some more spots that I'm going to ink, and so I might start inking the Wolverine, but the Sabretooth I never drew, so I just kind of wanted to pencil in where some of the shadows are going to be and stuff, just for my own sake. Doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, no one knows what's going on here but me until the finished product. But I'm just kind of, like I said, just blotting in, um, hair and shadows and stuff like where I know things are going to be. And I said, every artist knows that. Oh, Billy Joel, how about that? Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. If I'm missing anybody, saying hello to anybody, I apologize. I just kind of been focusing on drawing. So it's kind of, I got another phone because normally when I'm streaming, I'm just doing one phone by itself. So I do have another backup that I have for playing music and just kind of saying hello to people so I can kind of double dip a little bit. So I do appreciate that. Like I said, once again, I'm just penciling in some roughs for this saber tooth piece that I'm going to be finishing. It's on a 5x8 card, so it's bigger than a sketch. I've been noticing that the 5x8 for me is a really fun format. DJ Graves said, "Thank you so much, Art. Thank you so much for jumping in, brother." And by the way, thank you so much for sending me that info last night on YouTube and stuff. I didn't get a chance to hit you back, but thank you so much for reaching out. I know you hit me up with some stuff. I believe we talked last night, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you so much. I know it's a real world. If you hear me singing, I apologize. My voice is not the best, but I might when I get into the flow. It all becomes the same. So I think you guys can get the gist. Once again, for those who are jumping in, we all sing. That's right, man. Right. I'm in my flow right now. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a drink. I'm smooth. I'm relaxed, and I'm in my happy place. Right. I'm not gonna lie. I might have had a cocktail. I'm enjoying it, and then that's a hairy belly. Hope you didn't see me. I apologize. So for those who once again just want to kind of show you guys what's going on here, we got a double pick, and this is going to be Sabretooth and Wolverine. So I penciled this Wolverine today when I was on my lunch break. I penciled this one in, and then when I was doing this, I had a couple ideas, and then I was like, well, why not try doing a Sabretooth? So I kind of did Sabretooth next to him. So it's going to be like a dual piece of them kind of combating. I have another idea of this similar format that I want to do where I have like a Venom and Spider-Man. I have an Omni-Man Invincible. So I've had that idea of doing like a duality set of two different characters kind of going at each other, Batman, Joker. So this is kind of my first crack at it. Can it be? Yeah, I'm like, the only downside I think to doing, I guess, dual pieces, if it matters, right, is that like it's best to sell them together because it makes sense. Obviously, because if you sell just the Wolverine, he looks good on his own. Possibly so does Sabretooth, but when they're together and they're fully inked, um, hopefully they look, it looks that's the vision. So um, that's kind of what I was kind of going for. Um, so that's kind of the idea. But like I said, what I want to do is I have slots open for some stuff. I filled up, I booked up all I did all the commissions from last stream. I got everything done. So I'm completely open to do stuff. So what I want to do, and I'll just kind of run through the cycle again, is I did set up a couple auctions tonight that I would love to go through and get done. I have slots open for, I basically want to auction off three kinds of things. I want to do, I want to do sketch cards, which I have here. I bought a brand new stack. You know, pick a card, any card, it's yours. So I have sketch cards. I also have 5x8s, which can be commission based, where you tell me what you want, and therefore we can make it happen. But I also do have some that are done already, which I will run through what I have pre-drawn. Once again, the all of what you see here is just penciled ideas, but they will be inked and colored. So, for example, we have Spawn, we have Gunslinger Spawn, we have Joker here, we have another Spawn. We have Moon Knight. We have Omni Man. We have Wolverine. We have another Moon Knight looking straight on. We have Invincible. We have Invincible, which would have blood. And then I have a Magneto. These are all individuals that I have done just being like not bored, but just ideas putting on paper. So those are all available. So if we do auctions for the 5x8s and you decide that you want one of those, it will already be, I'll just finish it off basically. But if you want something that's completely not drawn, you just let me know and we make it happen. Same thing with the sketch cards here. And then at the very end, if anyone is interested, I do have blanks available. For example, I have a blank of Spawn that I penciled out here. And I have some really crazy ideas of what I want to do. When I draw these things, I usually just do a pencil and then I like to leave it to whoever ends up buying it, like kind of what you want to do. If you're happy with like artist choice, I'll ink it and color it. There's that option. I do have pictures of a couple sketch covers that I did. Um, just recently I shipped out like 2 days ago. So just to give you guys once again an idea of what I did, I just want to show you guys if you don't mind, because like I said, I like you guys to understand what I'm. So this is an Omni Man that I did last night. So this is on the Invincible, and this is Omni Man. So I colored this one. I would in the future. I'm starting to add more watercolor to my pictures, and so, like as an example, like for this piece, the background, even though this was done with like Copic, I would probably watercolor the solid background just because to avoid any streaking, anything like that. And then the blood stains, I added obviously the blood, as you can see there, which I love doing that. I took the paint pens and just went to town and whatever. And then I did a Venomized Spider-Man 94. Once again, I have other Spider-Man drawings that I've done, but this is like a version of a Venomized Spider-Man. This one was already penciled. And so the person who bought this just was happy with me just finishing it off the way that I wanted to. Same thing with the Omni Man, actually. I drew this one live last stream, and then the person who bought it, I just finished it off. And so these are just examples. Like if you want to do sketch covers, I really don't see myself doing them any other way but like full ink, full color. I just, I don't want to sell myself short, but I kind of just want to get into it. I kind of go all out, if that makes sense. So like I said, if anyone is interested, we can start the auctions. I want to try to deplete the existing availability that I have. I have no inventory, so anything we're bidding on is like when it comes to sketch cards. If you win, you're basically just commission's choice. You tell me what you want. It'll be fully inked, fully colored, unless you say otherwise. If you're interested in knowing, once again, just to show you, sorry I keep doing this, but I just want to try to bestow confidence in you who are bidding when it comes to cards. What um what I've done so far, sketch card wise, like that's a Venom that I did with the purple background with the white. Someone wanted Alakazam. Never did a Pokemon before, so there's Alakazam. I did that. The Soldier Boy, which is one of my favorites. This is Soldier Boy from the actual Boys show. So I just did that one. This one was a rare one because when I did this one in ink, I meant to color it, and honestly, I couldn't see it looking any better, so I just left it as is. I just dropped a gray background just to give it some contrast. First absolute Batman ever done. That's a Joker that I did right there. So just to give you ideas, Spider-Man, Wolverine, that's a Moon Knight. So like these are just sketch cards that I did, that I just want you guys to know what can be done. They'll be shipped out in plastic containers and stuff, packaging. So what I'll do is I can start the auctions now, and then like I said, if anyone wins, you just let me know what you want, and then we can take it from there. So what I'll do is I'll start the auction. We'll start it. I run them a little bit longer than normal just to give people a time. So we'll do like 2.5 minutes. And then if they get kind of better, we'll just kind of knock them down. But we'll do the first auction is for, like I said, for sketch cards. So we'll see how those go through. If I clear out the sketch cards that I want to do, then we'll move on to the 5x8s. So like I said, I'm running an auction now. Starting bid $10 for sketch cards of your choice, and you let me know what you want, and then we'll make it happen. Pretty simple, right? If you guys have any questions about anything, like I said, feel free to comment and let me know what you're interested in. But I'm hoping we get some inventory moved to tonight that I can book up some commissions and things like that. So, like I said, sketch cards are available. And what you're seeing me work on now, if anyone is interested, we can lock these in for we can do these, we can run the commissions on these as well. We got 19 seconds on. We got one bid in, 19 seconds left. first sketch card of the night. This will be yours. Let me know what you're interested in once you win, and we'll make it happen. So the first bid, we got a winner is Ghostface. Let me write your name down. Let me know what you want, and we will make it happen. So you won the first sketch card of the night. I have many slots open, so this is the first of I hope many. I would like Ghostface. There you go. There you go. Number one. Wrote you down. Thank you so much for that, and we will make that happen. Tonight is Wednesday, and so what we'll do is I will have these done. I know Whatnot has like a 2 day limit of getting stuff out, so I'll draw them up literally tomorrow. And they will be shipped out Friday. I know Friday with the holiday and stuff like that, but at least you'll have tracking and stuff to get it out. So if worst case, but I will draw them up definitely tomorrow. I'll be free, so I'll work on them between tonight and tomorrow and then get them out for you. You'll have tracking and stuff like that taken care of. So thank you so much. So you are the first, and like I said, just booking up the slots. Thank you so much for that bid. I really, really, really appreciate the support. And as always, I will give you the absolute best that I can offer you. And hopefully, like I said, you're happy with it, and I'm happy with it. And the in line. What's the next auction? So what we can do is I want to run through sketch cards. So what I was going to do is do sketch cards. I have about let me see how many slots I have. I think sketch cards, I was trying to set up my allotment as such. So I was going to burn through the sketch cards and then move on. So I want to do 3 sets of auctions tonight, which are sketch cards and then the 5x8s, which you see here, and then potentially if anyone's interested, like any one-offs, like sketch covers and things like that. So I kind of want to run through. And like I said, I kind of set myself up for a work allotment of what I'm available to do and not overload myself. So I want to do like kind of the sketch cards first, and then we move into the 5x8s, which are these right here, and then the sketch covers. That's kind of what my plan was, if that's okay for everybody. Just because it kind of can help me stagger and kind of keep things along. So I can run another sketch card in a few moments to kind of get that going. If there's any interest for it, I have no problem doing as such. I was just kind of getting focused on penciling in some stuff here for this Wolvie Marine. I like the kind of the loose ink feel. But I want to kind of keep my commissions going. So what I might do is run another auction. Let's do another one. So we're gonna do another auction right now. So the auction that's going on right now, 2.5 minutes going, is for sketch card number 2. So I have slots open for sketch cards starting at. So like I said, we're gonna do some sketch cards. I think I have like 5 or 6 slots open right now. And so like I said, if you're interested in knowing what it's possible for, I will show you guys once again just some sketch cards that I did just this week, that I shipped out to people. Wolverine, there's Spider-Man. We have a trio here that I did for somebody. Absolute Batman. We have Alakazam, first ever Pokemon that I did, which I love. And I personally think the gem, well, one of them is this is the Joker that I did in full color. And then we also have Soldier Boy from The Boys. This is the actual actor's portrayal of Soldier Boy that I did. So that's one that I just did, recently that I shipped out. And then we have ourselves here a Venom. And so any of these can be translated over into sketch card format. So like I said, you let me know what you want. I'll jot your name down in the book, and then we make it happen is what it is. And like I said, I'm open to literally anything, so it doesn't have to be something that you've already seen. But if it is something that you want already, like a Venom or a Spider-Man or an Absolute Batman, rest assured, once again, I don't draw the same thing the same way. So like I said, it will be a different iteration of that character. So just letting you guys know. I don't want anyone to think they're necessarily getting just the same copy and paste um, style of character. We got 15 seconds left on this bid. I like to do a connecting 5x7 Absolute Batman versus it'll be 5x8. But if you want to, like I said, we'll do a bid on that as well. And if you want to do a double, we can make that happen. We can figure that out. So, like I said, we got a winning bid here. Another sketch card gone. Who do we got here? Number two, sketch card number 2 is Darth. WEBBZ. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for the bid. Let me know in the comments what you want, and the second card will be yours, and we will make that happen. Let me know what you want. Drop a comment. How about a Jean Grey? Love it. I hope you don't mind when I say my interpretation, but it'll be my spin on it. So if you're happy with that, thank you so much. So number 2, so we got slot 1 gone, slot 2 gone, and we'll be moving on to slot 3 momentarily. I'm really excited for that because Jean Grey gives me a lot of opportunity in terms of color and things like that. I'm really looking forward to nailing that one for you. It was a hot one today, right? Today was a hot one. For those who don't know, I'm from Jersey, and we broke 100 degrees today. I think it's supposed to be another one tomorrow. If anyone wants to shout out where you're from, by the way, if you're watching, I'd like to know where people are from, just to kind of build, just have fun with it. You getting the humidity too? It's killer. It really is. Like it's absolutely killer. And you know what sucks is that my truck, air conditioning's broken my truck, which is awful. So what's 100 outside is like 110 inside my truck when I'm driving home from work. It sucks. But what are you gonna do? Used to live near Philly before we moved out to Iowa. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's wild. I mean, it's just insane. And on your feet. .66 humidity. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just, what's funny is that they said that, like, it wasn't like this all week, right? I mean, we just started getting it today. Like, it was hot all week, but like, I know it's supposed to ramp up going into the hot, like, 4th of July weekend. Like, it's supposed to ramp up. And so, like, today was just like the first, I feel like today was the first time that we got kind of like a real taste of it. I know when I left work, it was literally like 100 degrees outside. And I was just like, holy crap. And so, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty nuts, let's say. But for those who, so like I said, tonight's Wednesday, Friday show. Um, I'm doing doing like a pre 4th of July celebration. Uh, I'm actually going to be over my in law's house, my mother in law, father in law's house. I'm staying over there that night because we usually go to a parade Saturday morning. And to get seating and stuff outside, it's such a pain in the ass. So we decided that my wife, myself, and my kids were going to sleep over their house. And, so we can get up early next morning. But I was like, well, I'm doing it Friday. I was like, well, I asked my wife, I was like, if it's cool if I just do like a whatnot stream because I want to try stream at least minimum I want to be consistent to get my name out there to be consistent. I think showing up is the most important thing. And so 2 to 3 days a week is what I try to strive for. And so hello, Mrs. Dorado 0210. I apologize if I said your name wrong. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. But for Friday, I'm doing a stream at like 5:30. And like I said, for those who didn't hear me before, I'm gonna do like kind of a pre 4th of July celebration stream where I couldn't, as long as it gets here in time, I want to do a live drawing on stream of something. And I couldn't think of anything else that represents 4th of July better than Captain America. And so I was able to snag off eBay a Captain America blank sketch cover book. And so that's supposed to be here by tomorrow. If it is, my plan is to do a drawing of Captain America um, on that, and then doing an auction for that piece. So you'll see it drawn, at least penciled, maybe a little bit of ink, but then we'll finish it off and auction it off as kind of like a 4th of July uh, celebration piece for those who are interested. So definitely make sure to bookmark that stream if you haven't already, because I think that'll be a fun one. And I'm doing it outside too. I have it hooked up where I'm just gonna stream outside by the pool and just draw for a few hours. Weather should be nice. Have some food and chill. So for those who are interested, once again, going back to the stream tonight, I'm working on a piece. This is a 5x8 of Wolverine. It's going to be a connecting piece. I penciled this one in on my lunch break, and so it's a Wolverine kind of yelling, but then his counterpart there's Sabretooth. So it's going to be a dual piece of Sabretooth and Wolverine. So I would like to auction these off together. So we'll be a little, the starting bid on this will be a little bit more because obviously it's 2 for 1. But I'm just doing the inks on Wolverine to give you guys an idea. And then it will be fully colored. So I'll color Wolverine and then do the same thing with Sabretooth, and then it will be connecting. So when you put them together, it'll look seamless. This is just something that I had as an idea, and I've been loving doing the 5x8 cover, cardstock. And so this is something that I'm kind of going seeing through to the end, if you will. So what I want to do is I have sketch card cover. I have sketch cards. I have a bunch of auctions that I want to run through because my book is completely open. I finished all my commissions from the last stream, so I don't have anything that I'm working on right now. So I want to keep myself busy, and so I decided to do a bunch of auctions tonight for sketch cards, 5x8s, and potentially any if anyone's interested in sketch covers. I have a bunch of covers that I have available, and so like I said, I have a bunch of cards. I don't like to pre-draw them because I just don't like, I like the purchaser, the customer to tell me what they want, but I might work on a few that are pre-done, but I just got a brand new stack that is ready to go. We've already sold 2 of them. I think I have like 5 or 6 up for availability. I would like to blow through all of them and have nothing left over. That way I have my book filled up and then move over to some 5x8s. So what I'm going to do now is run our third sketch card auction right now. So I'm going to run it, and it's going to be 2.5 minutes. So like I said, for the winning bid, let me know what you want, add you to the book, and then we'll take it from there. But I want to go through the sketch cards, so I have those out of the way, and then we'll move over to the 5x8s. When it comes to the 5x8s, or actually the sketch cards, I just want, once again, if this is a first time that you're stopping in on the stream and you just want to know kind of like, well, what would I expect? Full colored sketch cards, for example, did a Venom. I did once again Alakazam Pokemon, which was a first for me. I did this is one that once again, which is probably the one I'm most proud of so far to date, which is Soldier Boy from The Boys. This is done just in ink and a gray background. So there's that one as well. I have Joker, which is here, which is another one that I did my own rendition on, which I had a lot of fun with. Absolute Batman, as you can see. Just trying to see any other ones that I did that I have a card of. We have Spider-Man, we have Wolverine, I have Moon Knight. These are all commission pieces that I drew and sold already, but it's meant to give you just an idea of kind of like, and I'm always looking to progress and do characters that I've never done before. So I have so far a Ghostface and I have a Jean Grey, which I've never done before, which I'm totally stoked about. And once again, if you're gonna want something that I've drawn before, like a Wolverine or a Spider-Man, I will draw it differently than what you've seen before. I want the buyer to feel like they have something unique of mine. And so like Venom, I've already done 2 Venom cards and I've done them both completely different. So I just want you to feel like, hey, if you're going to get something from me, it's going to be something different than what someone else has gotten. So I just rest assured that like that's kind of how I play it. Unless you have your own say in it. But for me, I like to draw characters differently. Like Wolverine, I can draw 9 different ways. Just just that's how I do Wolverine. Once again, unless someone has their own input, which I love to respect as well. So, Richie Rich 916, we have a repeat customer. So, I know I've done cards for you in the past. So, I hope you are. I'm very embarrassed, by the way, of seeing people that buy my stuff. I hope you're really satisfied with what you've gotten from me or will be getting from me, but I know that you are a repeat customer. So thank you so much. So let me know in the comments what you want and we will make that happen. Like I said, I am always trying to better myself and just get better than the last one and give you all that I have. And so, dude, I got them today and I love them all, especially the Doom. Oh, you got the sketch covers. Oh, yeah, oh man, you got a bundle package. You got the sketchbook. You got the books, right? You got the Doom, you got the Spider-Man, and you got the I just drew a blank. The Omni Man. Yeah, you I got the original pieces of you got the original pieces of Doom. That's yes. You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We sold I sold so much stuff. I can't remember. Spidey, Venom, Batman. Yes. Yep. The first batch, and then you got the original drawing of Doctor Doom. Yes, you did. So thank you so much for that. So for anybody in there, we have a repeat customer here. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. That Doom I mean, that Doom, I want to tell you, I went through headaches to make that Doom happen. So I really do. I did do a scan of it for my own records just to have one, but let me know what you want sketch card wise. We will make it happen, and I'm really excited to do one for you. So let me know what are you thinking tonight? What's on your mind? And I am at your beck and call. An absolute joy. Oh my god. I was just looking at Absolute Joker. Actually, what's funny is that I'm collecting not hardcore by any means. Like I don't collect comics hardcore, but Absolute Batman is one where I think it's like a modern uh how do I say? It's one to get in on if you can get in on from the ground level. I have a resentment towards collecting comics myself because I was never hardcore into comic books. I collected more for like covers of artists like Alex Ross, Mark Bagley, things like that that I love. Todd McFarlane. Um, I had a real disdain for comics when I'll tell you guys a story because I could talk for hours. But I remember I was at a game store that by my a game store, video games and stuff like that. And the guy was started getting into selling comic books back then. And the guy said to me, "Hey, listen, Ryan, I got this book that's coming in. I don't know if you want to get in on it from the ground." But he knew I liked zombies and stuff, and he said the book is called The Walking Dead. So I said, "Yeah, all right, fine, I'll get in on it." I gave him money, and he said, "I'll put you." He had my he would just put them aside for me. So I said, "Yeah, The Walking Dead. What's it about?" He said, "Zombies, stuff like that." I said, "Yeah, fine. I'll jump in on it." And so he started putting them aside, and I started collecting The Walking Dead. And I think I had the first 5 or 10 issues original printing because I got them when they first came out. And then when the show came out, the first season, I was like, I should sell these things while they're hot, and I ended up selling the lot on eBay. I don't know, like $500 for all of them. It's still to this day one of my biggest regrets that I ever did. And it bothers me a lot actually that I was, I mean, you capitalize on something, not knowing, but yeah, selling that whole lot, I mean, it was crazy. And so therefore I never really got into doing comics, but Absolute Batman is like one that like I definitely saw the potential, and now especially because they announced like the animated show, that was something I jumped in on. So like I have the first 5 issues of Absolute Batman, all original release, first pressing, first run. And then what I try to do is grab like the first of every major character. So like I have the first Joker, Two Face, Harley, Bane, things like that. I got to go backwards and fill in the gaps on some of the issues, but like Absolute Joker is one that I've been dying to kind of get a hold because I feel like that's like he's got like a Venom esque quality to him. I feel like he's not that far off from Venom, just some differences. And I've drawn Venom so many times, it's like I'm stoked about that one. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity and trusting me to do that. I really am excited to do that. Absolute Joker, and hopefully it becomes something that I'm happy with, I'm proud with, and then I can I would love to expand on it down the road and make a bigger piece of it. I talk way too much, guys, by the way. I apologize. You can tell I'm passionate about the art form. And when I'm drawing stuff, I try to figure out my style. I really, if everyone ever seen like Mark Bagley's, well, I did want to get that absolute Batman Joker. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can't wait. Like we're gonna do the 5x8s, and if we're gonna make that happen. Trust me, we're gonna make that happen. Um, if anyone ever saw, Mark Bagley did an interview years ago, and it really resonated with me. Mark Bagley is one of my favorite artists because I grew up with him. His style in the '90s, with Spider Man and stuff, and even like the Ultimate Spider Man series, is just something that's just astounding to me. And he always said that he felt like he never stuck to a style. He just kind of evolved, and it's just like it is what it is. And that's kind of how I feel like I am. Yeah, we're gonna do another sketch. I got like three more sketch cards we're gonna do. And so, like, what I mean by that is that when I draw something, like you're seeing Wolverine right here, the Wolverine is very loose, it's very rough, but it's going to get tightened up a little bit. But I try to think about the character that I'm drawing, and Wolverine is like an animal. So I feel like doing something like Wolverine with really clean lines that are super smooth, super crisp, it just doesn't fit the character to me. Um, and so I like this idea of like a loose but a hard sketch look, but yet that's not what I do for everything. Like there's other things that I've done. If I can show you guys some like originals pencils that I've done, and these are like Spider-Man, for example. Like I have a Spider-Man that I've done here that's like much tighter. This is the black suit Spider-Man. It's very, 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 it's tighter. Like this one here, the pencils are much tighter. These are originals that I did in my sketchbook, but like there's a big difference between this and that. Like if you looked at these two and said like, is this the same artist? I don't know if people would say yes or no. I mean, there's characteristics definitely, but like this one's here is definitely like I could see it just being tighter. Like my line work is so tight on this, but yet the shading is definitely like you see it's rough. Versus like this being much more wild. And so I think here's another I double sided these. So like that, Spider-Man here, that's gonna be like that's probably gonna be the Captain America, by the way, that I'm gonna draw. I had that penciled out. But like, there's ones that I do, and like I said, I got into a Spider-Man black suit kick. I have yet to do a commission on one of these. I bought some sketch covers of the black suit Spider-Man that I want to transpose. I'd even sell these honestly. If anyone is, I mean, these are unfinished, but like if anyone sees these and they like these, like I'll sell these right now. Like it's double sided. Like so, if you get like this, you're getting two Spider-Man drawings. So I'll auction stuff off. Like I have no problem. I scan these in, so I have copies of them. I do intend on using them for like a sketch cover or like I want to draw this on a sketch card, but I have absolutely no use for these. When I say no use, I'm not trying to say like I throw stuff away, but like I have no problem giving this to somebody. Like if someone likes this and sees like, hey, I love that. I just like the way it looks. I have no problem auctioning this stuff off. So that just gives you an idea. And I think I even it's sad, but like I pull like you see my hand reaching back here. I just pulled out like there's Mysterio. I just literally pulled this out from my desk. Like I'm always drawing stuff. But like this is a Mysterio sketch that I eventually want to translate this into like a 5x8 or like a sketch cover or something like that. I'm always drawing. I always have ideas, and so I'm just translating stuff over. So that just giving you guys a sampling of my work. And like I said, Spawn, I'm doing sketch covers, things like that. So, and I do like original pieces like 9.5 by 12, 11 by 17. I just haven't had like the chance to actually do it. Like this is one down here. I'm not even happy with this. This is a pencil of Wolverine. I should clean this up. I did this one last week on stream. I'm not even happy. I'm not, actually not even happy with it because I can see the proportions are totally off on this. But like this is another one that I did just for the sake of kind of what it is. Um so I think I did enough talking. So how many we got 3 sketch cards in out of the 6 I think I want to do. So we'll run another, let's do another run. So 2.5 minutes up, we got another run in for sketch cards. So the next win on that one. Oh, it's just a matter of trust. I also have to teach myself, which I have a really bad habit of, is like overdoing it. It's just doing too much. Like this Wolverine, I should probably put it aside and be like, hey, listen, I think I'm done for now. But like you just saw it fully inked and things like that. Like I should probably like take a break on it and slide this one over and then maybe start inking this saber tooth. Because sometimes I just get so crazy on something that sometimes I just get so into it that like I'm kind of I overdo things and and like kill it. Nothing to lose. For those who are tuning in to watch me, thank you so much. I know you guys could be probably doing something better, but you're spending your time with me, and you don't know how much that means. You have no idea how much that means. So we got 15 seconds left on a Plastic Heroes winning. Uh-oh, Jeremy. I'll take care of you, brother. Plastic Heroes. Plastic Hero, Jeremy. Jeremy Casa. I swear, this isn't right. Jeremy Casa, a friend of the Rhine movement. What would you like, sir? You got number 4. Let me know what you want, Jeremy. It's all yours. Got more sketches to run? Yeah, of course. Got a ton of stuff to run. We're still going. We are still going. I want this pair, please. What pair do you want? You want this pair? This here? Is that what you want the Wolverine and the Sabretooth? Is that what you just confirm? Is that what you want? Yeah, I'll buy no. So these are on 5x8s. So these are are you Jeremy, let me know. Are you okay having these done on sketch cards, which are a little bit smaller, or do you want it on the 5x8? You want, because what I'll do is if you want to do another run, I'll run another sketch card lot. And what I can do is just transpose these two on the sketch card. So it'll be just this size, just scale down. If you're cool with that, I'll run another one, and we'll just make it happen. I can just take this pair because this is a 5x8 scale, and I'll transpose it onto these. I'll just scale them down. It'll be a little bit different because I want to make sure they are, but I'll scale them down so they're pocket size for you. So we'll run that right now. So like I said, we'll make it happen. So I just ran another one. So we got another one going in right now. So let me know if you can grab that one. If not, I'll do a separate buy it now for you, but we'll make that happen where I'll take these and transpose them down. So I'm going to write this down. We'll make it happen regardless. Saber Tooth Wolverine. All right, we got that going. So we'll just let that run. Johnny Ray, South Pacific. And like I said, if anyone, don't rush the shipping, Ryan. I'll grab more in the next few streams. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Yeah. So the way the whatnot works, which sucks, is that it forces you to like I'll take care of you. Don't worry about it. What sucks about the whatnot situation is because whatnot, for anyone who out there doesn't know, is that like it sucks for people who make stuff versus selling stuff. Like if I was selling like this pen and can ship this out tomorrow, whatnot makes you get stuff out within 2 business days. So thank you so much, Jared. Oh, who won? Beef 2021. Oh, we got Beef 20. Someone stepped in. Beef 2020. Jeremy, we'll take care of you. Don't worry about it, man. I got you. Um, Beef 2020, you snuck in on a bid. What did you want, buddy? Beef 2020, what did you want? Sketch card wise. Let me know what did you want. Bidding on sketch cards. Right here. Beef snipped it. That's funny. No worry, we'll take care of it. What I'll do is Jeremy, if you want Zombie Hulk. Ooh. Zombie Hulk. That's a new one for me. Jeremy, what I'm gonna do for you, Zombie Hulk, I got you locked in. Watch this. What we're gonna do is buy it now, create listing, sketch card, blank, sketch card, done. Available, put one, boom. Next. Oops. Take photo. Watch this. Blank. Probably see my belly. It's all right. So Jeremy, if you're listening to me, what I just did was I just did a straight buy it now for $10. So Jeremy, if you're there, you can check it out. Boom, see? Done. All right, so I got you locked in, buddy. Don't worry about it. So we got that taken care of. We're done. So I got you for the double. I'll buy it again. That's fine. So, by the way, I didn't notice that you guys see my my hairy belly on stream. I apologize about that. Not exactly the most professional thing, but it's hot as hell, and I'm sitting here with my shirt off drawing. So, if you guys don't mind the the little bit of a hairy belly on stream, I apologize. That I thought it was part of Sabretooth. Well, it fits, right? I mean, it fits. But you know what? I'm real, and I'm I'm keeping it real, to be honest with you, giving the people what they want. Well, yeah, listen, if it gets the views up and it gets more stuff sold, then you got to do what you got to do. You got to hustle sometimes, I suppose, right? But honestly, I'm downstairs in my basement, and it's hot as hell, and it is what it is. And so yeah, I have no shame. So it is what it is. But what I was saying before, Jeremy, and anyone else, is that whatnot, which I'm so new to, when you sell something, it mandatorily makes you get it out within 2 business days. from when it's sold, so regardless. And what you can do is you can generate a label right off the bat. So right now, everything that I'm doing, I'm gonna have done tomorrow to have shipped out by Friday. So, but what's crazy about Whatnot is because it's such a broad program where people are selling sneakers and they're selling stuff that's already been completed, that you can sell, like you can ship out. Like if I wanted to sell this pen right now, I could sell this pen and send it tomorrow. What's wild is that for people that are creating art, it's definitely harder to get stuff out within 2 days. So I think what people are doing, and they make it very open, they're not hiding anything. But like if it's something that's going to take more time, like, hey, listen, I'm going to generate the tracking number within like 2 days. Um, yeah, some artists ship a card that's lets them know. So that, like for example, like you can generate the label and scan it so it generates the tracking number. But then what I'll do is reach out to the person individually and just say, hey, listen, I need an extra day to get this done. And as long as there's an understanding and an agreement on that, I don't see any harm in that personally. Because like I said, Whatnot isn't being specific to the individual niches that are being sold. If you're selling sneakers or anything that's a product that doesn't have to be made, yeah, you could turn that around and ship it out next day. But if you're making stuff and you're creating stuff like live, I mean, there should be a little bit more of a leeway personally. And so I try to stress that up front. But so far, like I won't even lie, like I didn't even know Whatnot has a thing called a scan rating where it actually tracks you of how fast you like generate the label and then scan it to like, and mine was like shit because like I didn't want to falsify things and like generate stuff as if like leading people on things were shipping and then I needed like an extra day. But I reached out to customers and was like, hey, listen, you ordered this, and this. I don't want to rush things. And people were totally fine with it as long, there's trust. So there should be a different standard for people creating stuff, like I said. But I think there's also responsibility on the artist because you don't want to overload yourself and say, I can do 20 sketch cards in 2 days, or I can do 20 sketch cards and 3 covers. That's just irresponsible as the artist because you're trying to stack up stuff. Like, and I did that in the beginning and I still was able to get everything done. But like, I understand what my workload is and what I can do. Hence why the stuff that I'm selling tonight, I'll have done by Friday. And then Friday stream, the holiday, that gives me until Monday to get that stuff out. So I have it paced pretty well. And, that's just the best that I can do within the means of. But yeah, Whatnot should really look in, it is kind of unfair for someone who's selling sneakers to have the same standard of shipping versus like someone who's drawing stuff live. Um, can you tag me when you do mine? I'd love to watch unless you're doing it off stream. Yeah, like I said, I'll play it by ear. Like I said, I'll do stuff. The stuff that I've never done before, I definitely take time, like looking at some references and stuff. But absolutely, absolutely, I can definitely, if it's not tomorrow, it'll definitely take some time. And in worst case, Beef 2020, if I get it out, if worst case, what I can do is I'll take pictures and I'll show it to you on stream. Like if I get it done before the stream, I can absolutely be like, hey, this is the this is the lot, what I've done. Because what I'm doing is I'm scanning everything, so it's for my own individual records. So when I go to sell the next batch of cards, I want to be able to show people what I did. Like, hey, this stuff was paid for. These are the cards that I did. So one way or another, like you'll see your stuff before. It definitely makes me embarrassed because I want everyone to love everything I do, and so I hope everyone loves everything. But I guess it's just me being, a little self conscious in my own way. Me and my belly. Stranded in the combat zone. I walked the bed first time. Feeling all my bones. I feel the rain. Even when it looks like I'm rough with ink, I still go back in and tighten it up. As I said, I feel like there's times when I'm doing stuff, nobody knows what the final's gonna look like except for me. Yeah. Can I grab another? Yeah. You want me to Jeremy, what do you want me to do another two buy it nows? I'll just do our sketch cards color or just ink. No, full color. Ink and color, full color. Unless said otherwise. I just go all out. So what I'll do is I ink them. Like I said, there's very rare circumstances where there's only been one that I've done just ink and I could show you what that is. Hang on a second. Let me just do sketch card 2. Jeremy, I'm hooking you a sketch card. Done. Individual shipping profile. I'm just setting you up real fast because I got to do this while I'm doing it. Whoops. Please follow the required fields. Still learning this. A photo. Boom. Add photo. Take photo. I'm just gonna put a blank here in front of me. Boom. Done. Add photo. So there's 2. Next. Price 10. Done. We'll do them as $10. Publish. Create listing. Pin. All right, so I got it done, Jeremy. I just put up 2. Yep, another 2, please. So I just put up 2 for you. So you can just do a buy straight buy it now. Can you run me 2 by now? Yeah. So Jeremy purchased 1. I'll take another one for my last. So Jeremy. So there's that. Dual. I'll take another one for my log. Can you run me 2 more? Yeah, absolutely. So Jeremy, so you are getting 4 total. 2 that are Cyclops. Oh, Cyclops. Jeremy, while I have you, Cyclops I did already. I'll do a rendition of. Do you mind if your Magneto looks something like this? I did this on a 5x8. This isn't finished, but I would love to do something kind of similar to this. Are you happy with this kind of version? This is a 5x8. This is a 5x8 that is available, but I'd love to shrink this down and change it up a little bit to a sketch card. So this kind of gives you an idea of where Magneto would be. Are you cool with that? I'd love to do something like this. Cyclops, I'll do a different version of. I did one for somebody else, but I'm going to change it up and do another one for you. But like I said, Magneto, I just want to give you an idea. I penciled this on a 5x8, but I'd love to shrink it down and then change it up a little bit for a sketch card. So if you're happy with that, I would love to do something like this to give you a taste. I trust you. Thank you. You're my man. Thank you so much. Jeremy, I know you're from Australia, for those who don't know. So he is tuning in. He's a friend of mine. And thank you so much for that. I'll make sure I take care of you on that as well. 4, 6, 7, and 8. So boom, we got done. All right. So where am I at right now? So I just wanted to backtrack. So we were up to 6, 7 cards. So where are we at? So I had some people that wanted additional interest, right? So we have 7 total sold, but we did have some interest. Rich needs 1 and me. So we have 2 more available. Um, so I want 2, please. So Richie wants 2 and Beef wants 1. So that's 3. So if we do those 3, I'm probably going to cap it there. So what I can do is I can do straight buy it nows where you guys can just make the straight purchases and then get them out of the way. And then I want to move over to other things because the cards, like I said, I'll be locked up on. So that gives me an opportunity to move on to other things that I'm not done with auctions by any means, but I just want to like get the cards out of the way. So what we'll do is I will add add some more. I'll add three more. I'll do four. So if anyone sneaks in and wants to grab another one, so what I'll do is I will actually add. Give me a moment. Take photos, and boom, your my belly's gonna be in the photo. Once again, I apologize. We're gonna do sketch card and done. And then I'm gonna do four. Doesn't mean you have to buy four, but I'm gonna put in there just in case someone because we're doing things off the cuff. So in case anyone wants to jump in and swoop in for any reason, we'll add that. Boom. Next. I'll set the price at $10 just so that we publish. So I just pinned it. So I opened up four slots. So if those get taken, once I just opened it up to four. So if those get purchased, so beef, you just did another one. Beef 2020, you just got one. Infinity Thanos, love it. Number eight. So when you say Infinity Thanos, I just want to clarify, like Thanos holding the gauntlet, basically. Are you cool with that? Because I already have ideas. Are you cool with that? Him with the gauntlet up kind of thing, full ready to go. Infinite, like kind of like Infinity War Thanos. Are you cool with that? I just want to clarify because I have different ideas. I will admit, when it comes to the comics, I'm not up on every rendition of a character, but I'm thinking like Infinity War movie Thanos, a little bit of my spin on it, but nonetheless, I think you just sent me a photo. Yep, I got you. That's what you're looking for, or a version of. Yep, you're quick. Thank you. I sent you a pic and I can do my own spin on it. Thank you so much. So we got that spot open. And then I sold the other what did we got? Who else bought? Richie, did you buy another one? Because it looks like I got one slot left. You got two. Yeah, Richie, he grabbed another two. You did. I did four. Correct. I did four, but it looks like I sold three. So Richie should have bought two, and Beef, you bought one. So if that's correct, yeah, he grabbed two. So what, Richie, what two did you want, my friend? I had you on the auction, but it looks like you did a buy it now for two. So let me know what two that you want, so I could add that to the queue. So I'm not. Thank you, by the way, for those in the chat to keep me sane, because one card left. Doesn't mean you have to buy it, but nonetheless, it's a steal versus trying to bid versus trying to auction. But I'll do an absolute Batman and absolute Two Face. Absolute Batman, absolute Two Face. Thank you so much for that. I actually just got in. Um, I just got in the first appearance of Two Face the other day. The first run. I just ordered that from a shop. That just came in. I love what they're doing with the renditions of the first ofs. So that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So guys, what I want to do is, if everyone's okay, I want to transition. I'm going to transition the music, and I'm going to transition over to what I want to do now. So the sketch cards, if anyone is still wanting the sketch cards, I can squeeze some in, but I'm pretty locked up on the sketch cards. I got the Two Face and the Penguin covers. That's fantastic. I missed out on the Penguin. Like I said, I gotta backtrack because I'm like, it's hard to keep up with stuff. I wish that like I could just order stuff and have like automatic shipment where they just send me like the first issue every month versus having to track it down myself, because it can be a pain in the ass a little bit, I think. Having to stay on top of everything. But let me New Orleans playlists. Oh, man. How nice. Classic rock. What do we got? You showed me there. A little bit of that. Same issue as the Two Face. Yeah, I mean, I just love what they're doing, the whole Absolute series. I absolutely love it. Oh, you purchased my last sketch card. Oh, all right, Richie, you're stepping up. I appreciate you're cleaning me out. What do you purchased the last one, so we're sold out on those. So what did you want to do as the final? Because I got you down for one, two, three, about four. Yeah, absolute Joker, absolute Batman, absolute Two Face, Penguin. Oh, what do we want to do? Are we staying within the Rogues Gallery? What are we doing here? Should I start writing absolute down and then leaving it the space open, or are you gonna hit me with a curveball and do some absolute penguin? That's so funny. I really appreciate it, by the way, because you guys are making me um, go outside my boundaries of my comfort zone, and I'm really happy about that. Like it's really like it's making me so happy, like being able to just deliver and do all the stuff. You guys have no idea. I mean, let's be real. You guys don't know me. I don't know any of you guys. You guys are followers. I'm starting to see repeat names, repeat purchasers, which makes me so ecstatic. And like I said, for somebody like me who is an unpublished no-namer, who is just being able to do what I love and have people buy it and share it, it means the world to me. Like it really does. Like you have no idea. Like I really like I'm really kind of taken back by it, to be honest with you. It's very humbling. So what I want to do is auction sketch cards. I want to open this up, and now we're gonna. Can I get to? We're gonna do something here now differently. So I want to auction off the 5x8s, and the 5x8s. I have the auctions going. I want to like I said, I want to do a couple of these, and I want to do the way that I'm gonna do them is because I have existing inventory, so you see me working on two of them right now, and this is going to be a different lot. So if there's anyone that wants interest on this, this is going to be like I would do a separate like a straight buy it now for these like this here, the saber tooth Wolverine, which would be completed inked, completed colored. And if no one wants it tonight, I'm still going to do them probably tomorrow and put them up for the next stream. So they're not going anywhere. So if anyone just wants to see what the final piece looks like, I completely understand that. So I'm gonna run a couple of the 5x8s. And like I said, I have inventory of drawings. These are just drawings that I did already. Not this one, sorry. Um, this is just inventory of stuff that I did already. But if there's something that you want, then you just dealer's choice. You let me know what it is that you want. So what I want to do is I just want to test the water and do an auction first. So we're just gonna run start auction, and we're gonna do it for 2.5 minutes. We're gonna do a start auction right now. We're gonna start with one, and then if we have any special requests, I can modify that as such. So we're gonna do a running auction for a 5x8, which is on a 5x8 card, like you see here. It's your choice. I have some that are already penciled, but if it's something of your choice that you want, you just let me know and we'll just make it happen. Once again, the inventory that you see here, Magneto, we have Omni Man kind of battle damaged. We have I'm sorry, Invincible. We have a regular Invincible. We have a Moon Knight straight on. We have a Wolverine. We have an Omni Man. We have another Moon Knight, kind of a three-quarter pose. We have a Spawn here. We have Joker, which is my own version of Joker, and we have Gunslinger Spawn, and then we have like a traditional Spawn. So I have like three Spawns in here. And so once again, the bid is you can choose something from this allotment, and I would finish it off with ink and then color it. Or if you win and you just want something done of a different character, then by all means, then you can let me know and we'll make that happen. Earlier in the night, we did a free giveaway for this quick Daredevil that I did. This was a quickie. It was meant to just be a giveaway for anyone that was interested in it. And then what you see me working on here is a dual piece of Wolverine and Sabretooth, where it's going to be them together. This is going to be a different lot, not necessarily tied to this. So this is like a twofer. But if anyone is interested, like I said, in the 5x8, let me know. If there's any special requests, like I said, Jose 1574 wants two of them. I can do a buy it now if you want. I can do a special buy it now, and then you just buy the car. Like you just do a straight purchase, and then let me know what you want, and then it would be something like this. So if that works best for you, if this auction runs out, but this auction is more for like a one-off. So if there's anyone that sees anything in a 5x8, once again, 5x8s. Like I said, you see here, these are all options of pre-drawn stuff that I've done. But if there's anything that you actually do want, we can make that happen. So like I said, just generating, see if there's any interest. So there was no interest in that right now. But like I said, Jose 1574, if you're interested in doing a dual piece, let me know. I could do a one-off buy it now option where you could just do a straight purchase it and then let me know what you want, and then I would add it to the queue. Yeah, yes, please. Just out of curiosity, what is it that you want? Was it Absolute Batman and Joker? What was it that you want? Let me know. What is it that you wanted? Just so I have an idea. Absolute Batman versus Absolute Joker. That would be full color too. So I would ink them and do them in full color if that's okay with you. So what I'll do is I'll do a let me do a buy it now. If you're happy with it, you let me know. Like I said, I hopefully that I have your trust that I'll make it happen. Like I will make it happen for you. So let me just take a picture. Um, Take a photo. I'm actually really happy. I'm really excited to do one on a larger scale. I won't lie. So this is a blank add photo. Um, five by 5x8 sketch. I'm gonna call it a sketch card, even though I know it's I'm gonna call it a 5x8. I'm gonna put in parentheses two. So you're buying one, but it's two dual sketch full color. I'm going to do it as one. So when you see it as one, you're just making one single purchase, but it's for in the description, it says 5x8, two dual full color. I just want to let you know that. So I don't want you to think that I'm like I'm being shady or anything like that. I'm gonna set the price out. I have to go a little bit higher on that. So 2020 is 40. Okay, so we're gonna do a publish. Let me know if you're interested in it. I just put it up. I just pinned it. So if you're fine with it, if you look at the pricing on it, knowing that it's gonna be full color, everything is good. It's gonna be full color, full done. Let me know, and it's yours, and I'll do a dual. We'll make it happen. So let me know because I just know that I know what I'm gonna put into it. I know we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna ink it. Uh and that absolute the Joker is gonna be work. So we're definitely gonna make that happen. So let me know if you're still interested in that, and I will make it happen for you. 1574. Absolute, absolute Batman, absolute Joker. So just waiting. Let me know if you want. Like I said, the dual, make the purchase. I wrote your name down already. Just let me know when you're ready for to put it in, and we'll make it happen. All right, sir. Man. Yep, no problem, beef. I'll run another auction for one. I just want to lock up. I don't want to put anyone on the spot, but I just want to make sure I get this dual sketch card one out of the way. And then like I said, Jose, if you're still good with that, you make that purchase. I just want to lock that in first, and then we can move on to do another sketch card. So no pressure. I don't want to put anyone on the spot. I just want to make sure I got everything situated, so to speak. But just give me a few minutes. Oh, listen to you, excited. I know. I don't want to think I scared him off, right? I don't want to think I scared anybody off. I think my price is fair for the piece that I have to do for the absolute. So I hope I didn't scare anybody off. It gets awkward sometimes because you do stuff by auction, right? And then you see how stuff sells, but then when you buy it now, you're setting a price. I just know that ultimately, uh, I just know that I just know the effort that I'll put into it. That I want. It's a good deal for art. No, I just know the effort that I'm gonna put into it. So I definitely know that I'm gonna. I know I'm gonna slay it. Like I have no problem saying that. I'm not being cocky, but I know that I'll kill it. So I just want to make sure I don't want to have all purchases all over the place, like people buying stuff late or whatnot. So um, I just want to have things kind of in order because I'm actually writing stuff down as I'm doing deals. And so at the end of the night, when I'm done with the stream, I kind of type everything up and have kind of an invoice line of like what's going on. So I have everything organized so I don't make any mistakes and things like that. So I just try to keep things um, situated. But in the meantime, auction, I think I have sketch cards. Start auction. In the meantime, I'll run sketch card auction right now. So one is up beef. So if you're interested, I ran a an auction in the meantime. Jeez, guys. For those who are watching, they're still hanging strong. I do appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Assuming beef you win, what is it that you wanted? Just so I Infinity Hulk, I'll send you another pic, please. Cool. There you go. He won. Excuse me. Thank you so much for the win. Did we lose? I keep saying Jose. If I say your name wrong, I apologize. Did we lose? Did we spook? Did my price spook him? Drawings piling up. Love it. It's work, man. I love it. Absolutely love it. I just hope I didn't spook off anybody. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take a look at that. I think what I'm gonna do is these here. I'm gonna color these between now and Friday, and then put these up for auction separate. Like I'll put these up for auction like later, if anyone's interested, because I want to color them, and I can understand people that want to see this in full color to get an idea of what it's gonna look like, have them together. So I'm gonna actually do these. Like I said, I'll do these in color and probably put them up for auction later, later in the what I might do is I might ink in the mood. I might ink and color a Moon Knight just so people can see. So if I ink and color, sorry about that. My camera's a little. I'm using the. Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't understand. Oh, yeah, auctions for 20. Yeah, well, if you do two for, oh yeah, that's fine. So we could adjust that. So the starting bid was for 20 just to see. I mean, realistically, if I was to sell the 5x8s, I probably would be asking more. So yeah, I don't want to make it awkward by all means. Why don't I just go like this? Buy it now, because the 20 was what the starting price was. And that's the thing is eventually when I start to build stuff off, I'm gonna probably lean off of the auctions and then move over to like just straight pricing. So the way I thought about it was if I start the auctions at 20 a piece, two of them is 40, and then, yeah, making an extra 10 just to kind of make sure because of the quality I'm gonna put into them. Yeah, that's fair. But hold on, we go like this. So to be fair, let's just do that. Boom. I saved it. I just redid it and it's up there as a buy it now for 40 bucks. Two of them. 2020's 40. So if you're interested, there you go. I just modified the price. So it would be two 5x8s for the 40 bucks. So I apologize for any, misunderstanding for anything. I know it can get kind of weird with like money and talking finances and stuff. But I just modified the pricing. So if you look at the buy it now, you'll see it for a straight $40, which would be for two of the 5x8s. So my apologies for that. So if you're still interested, you can grab that and we can lock that in. Any restrict I'm not gonna lie. No, the two for 40. So there's no really restrictions on the character. So if you're coming in, I have no problem with that. I can reiterate. So I was running auctions on these are 5x8s. They're not sketch cards. So like for example, this gives you an idea of what they are. Like some of them are like busts and some of them might be a little bit more, but these are just examples, yeah, like right there. So these are examples of ones that I did. These are penciled that are still available for purchase if interested. I would ink them and then color them. And so, like, I mean, what do you call it? 3/4 bust. I mean, it's kind of, I'm not at that point where I'm getting nitpicky about, like, well, it has to be this parameter, that parameter. Like, I'm not at that point. Like, if I got more famous where like my time was limited, then yeah, I would tell you like more restrictions on stuff. But like, it's just what's coming to me, honestly. So like, if you liked something like this Joker, I mean, we can make it happen. So like, let me know. I'm not gonna bust balls over it. I mean, just the way the 5x8 filling it up. I guess it's like a 3/4 bust, but it depends on the character and like where it is. And so I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, I apologize. But I'm not trying to be a ball breaker by saying, like, I see people like post stuff online where it's like, well, it's this format for this size, but then if you want that as an extra fee, like, who the hell am I to be charging people kind of crazy money for stuff? Like, I'm nobody. Like I said, if I get like really busy and my book gets clean, heavy, where I have to kind of put restrictions on stuff, I cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm not at that point. So, like I said, it's kind of like it's kind of like we just kind of make it happen, if that makes sense. But if you're interested in something, you know, if you're interested, like you like that Joker, I can do a straight buy it now for a one-off piece, and then if you want to purchase that and make that happen, I mean, I'm dying to make this happen. Um this was a sketch card that I did last week for a commission. If you want to see what the sketch card looked like, someone asked for a Joker, and I never did Joker before. And so I get the 2 for 40 and take that Joker and make it a Harley. Yeah, absolutely. So I just want to show you the Joker. That I did as a sketch card. So like, where is it? Where is Oh, you saw it earlier, the Joker. Yeah. So like, I drew that. I drew that as a cover, as a sketch card. There's only so much space, but I liked what I did with Joker, like making it my own style. That I really couldn't like get away from that look. So then I blew it up to a bigger piece. Um, I blew it up to a bigger size and added more detail to it. So there's that. Do you shine the? do you- Yeah, I sign the back. I don't want to sign the front because I feel like that's kind of obnoxious to take away from it. Like a 5x8, I'll sign it like down there in the corner. But the sketch cards, I sign the back of them because I just don't want it to. I fill up the card with everything. Like when you get the card, there's no empty space. And so therefore I don't want to obnoxiously sign it and then like it just draw away from it, if that makes sense. So I'd rather just sign the back of it and then just call it a day. So there's that. I just okay, done. I got the 2 for 40. I'll take that Joker and you can make that OG Harley from for the second one. Your style, your pose, just have it to be OG, like OG Harley, like her wearing like the thing with the balls on her head, that kind of thing. Just want to be clear when you say OG, like because that's what I'm thinking. OG Harley is that? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. All right, I just want to make sure. That's cool. Because when I think OG Harley, the animated Harley, but like a little bit who did a really great like classic, like Alex Ross did a really cool classic Harley that they kind of emulated from for Suicide Squad. Yeah, so like that style, yeah, I got you. That definitely is. Um, So if you're cool with that, Potts, what I'll do is I'll like this Joker's yours. So this one is yours, but then I'll do a complimentary Harley to kind of accent that, like him looking at her, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, the tango. Oh my god, I love it. I mean, it's great. But I'll do a Harley that kind of looks at him kind of with a wink. Yeah, like I got something in mind that can make that we can make that happen 100%. I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much for. I gotta say, out of the 5x8s that I did, the Joker was the one I was hoping I would sell first because I just love. Everyone's got their own renditions of characters, and it's hard to like draw something that's like original. And by all means, I'm not saying that that's necessarily like an original. You could find people that did like versions of these characters, but like when I look at the Joker, I think of him as like lanky, accentuated features, things like that. And so like that's that's Ryan's version of the Joker. Like this would be my version. If I was to draw, if you gave me a pen and paper and said draw Joker right now, this would be my interpretation of Joker, which there's no wrong interpretation of the Joker. There isn't. Um, but that's just the version that I came up with. And when I did it on the card, I was like, holy shit, like I really liked what I did. And I'm very hard on myself. But when I did it, I was like, shit, I really need to I need to run with this. And so that's kind of like what I did when I did the 5x8. And like I said, it just gives you more space. Joker has to be skinny. That animated series, yeah, it's just like and it's just the way that it is. I like that you made the card for the Joker too. Yeah, so that's what I liked about the using these 5x8s, which is new, is that it gives you like more. And like funny enough, it's like I know it's hard to say, but like this is my hand. So what I did, honestly, if I have the photo, which is hilarious, is that there's a means to an end of getting what you want accomplished. And what I mean by that is that the Joker card, like him holding the card like that, it wasn't not say intended, but let me see if I could find it because it's actually really funny. Is that I'll admit, like I have trouble drawing from memory and like drawing sometimes from stuff. Like I have to look at references and get like a shot of something. But if I have the photo, it's hilarious because yeah, here's the photo. Um, this is literally I took a photo of me holding a card. I took a sketch card. As you can see, I can replicate it. I took there it is. So not perfect, but I took a sketch because I wanted that pose. I literally went like this to a point of holding it like that, and I snapped the photo, and that's the photo that I ended up using as the photo to kind of just pencil in like the card. So in a way, there's a little bit of me in that. There's a little bit of me. I'm not saying every time I draw the Joker, he's gonna have the card up, but like in a spot minute, I needed that reference because when I drew him on the sketch card, there was a lot of dead space. There was dead space like right here, and like I wanted to fill it up, and I like that idea of him kind of flashing the card up in the air. And so like I said, I took one of my sketch cards and I just literally took it and I went like this, like there's the post, and I took my phone, I snapped it, and then I just used it as a reference to draw. And so if anything, I'm innovative in terms of trying to get my shit to figure out. Like when I have a pose in my head, I figure it out one way or another. And also, I have a lot of now. I'm going off cuff if you guys don't mind, but I collect action figures. I have a lot of action figures, and sometimes I'll use like Mafex, like 1/12 scale, like Wolverine. I'll use action figures, which I think is a very underutilized reference. Um, and I'll pose up action figures sometimes to get a reference of a pose that I want. I know they make like nude mannequin versions that are like 12th scale that you can get that are just like a new that are very flexible. But like if I'm drawing Wolverine, sometimes you need the details of like where like the shoulder blade would go, like you need to know where certain details of a character. Like Spider-Man is very easy because he's basically a body that's like a nude body and then you're just putting a suit over him, right? But Wolverine, you got like his ears, you got the shoulder blades, you got certain accentuated features of him that like sometimes taking like a Marvel Legends figure or taking like something else and just making that, just making it work. And so that's what I'll do sometimes. And then what I'll do is I'll take a lot of pictures of stuff and just have stuff like as reference. And so that's what I do. Um, and sometimes you got to think outside the box and look at what you have as a resource to make that happen. And so I'm a toy collector, by the way. As I stream more, my room is a mess. I'm a huge toy collector. I literally like I'm embarrassed to like I have no problem doing like a I'm really embarrassed of like showing you guys, but like I got display cabinets and stuff full of like Hot Toys, 1/6 scale figures, 12 scale figures. I'm not done because I was like moving my room around. And so like I have no problem. We're gonna go off cuff if anyone doesn't mind, but like my room's a mess, so please forgive me. But like I got like display cases and stuff. Like I'll do a quick room tour, but like I have toys literally like all over the place. These are all like 12 scale. I'm sorry, 6 scale figures, and then I have like 12 scale that I just started putting up there. It's a huge ass Batmobile that I have. Like I literally have stuff. As you can see, I have like toys all over the place, and like I just got this one in today. The Hot Toys George Clooney from Hot Toys. I just got that one in. So like I don't even have space. Like I have to like sit down in my room and like clean stuff up. But like um yeah. So this is my yeah, little insight to my chaos. Do those bookshelves come with the glass or did you no, so those cases, I got them off Amazon. They were like 100 and you get them on sale. They're on Amazon. They're like 165 to like 200 bucks. But they come fully lit. You have to put them together, but they have the glasses and all that. They have the glass and all that stuff. I want to say they're roughly around like 200 bucks a case. Um, there is a little bit of limitations with the size of like the figures that you could put in there, but I mean, they work what's best for me. I used to have a collection room upstairs. For those, I used to be like I used to have a YouTube channel that I don't do anymore, but I have a YouTube channel. Mr. Like it's a long. Once again, I got stories to tell, but I got a YouTube channel. I have like 250,000 subscribers, but I don't do anything with it anymore. It used to be like toy reviews and things like that, and so I'm actually probably like I'm live streaming on there right now. It's like casting, but I used to have a full YouTube setup, like the mic, the whole professional setup. Um, and so I stopped doing that when my son was born because my kids are more important than anything else. And so doing YouTube a long time was taking up my time with you know, my kids' time, and so I just stopped doing YouTube. But my point being is that when my son was born, my second child, I moved out of the room upstairs into the basement. We had the basement renovated, so I have like a room that was supposed to be like, and I never had an art studio. I never had a place that I could just sit here and draw and just be done with it. And now that I have that space, it's very gratifying. But I do have to sit here and like get my toys in order and like clean up. I have like stuff all over the place. I'm also a sneaker collector, so like if anyone like I have a whole like literally the wall behind me is like 50 pairs of Jordans. So I'm also like I'm all over the place. Like there's something wrong with me. I'm literally all over the place. You guys are knowing way too much about me right now then, but there's nothing wrong with that. Just to backtrack, yeah, you have them we can follow. Um Oh, yeah, I have guitars here too. Yeah, there's guitars. My wife would kill me. Yeah, I mean, my wife is very supportive, especially with the drawing, because she knows that I love to draw, and I'm very hard on myself in terms of like trying to be a perfectionist. So the fact that she saw that I have this outlet with like streaming on whatnot, and I won't lie, making money selling stuff like it's cool. It works both ways, and so my wife is very supportive of it. I will say more than the YouTube. Um, and so, what is so Ryan? What's your go-to character when it comes to drawing? I would say my go-to character has been Spider-Man, 100%. Just because Spider-Man is very easy because he's just a body, and then you're just putting a suit over it. Like you're not even putting a suit over him. You're just drawing basically a form and then just adding the details. But lately, because I've been branching out and drawing more like different characters. I want to say like Wolverine, Moon Knight for sure has been one that I just somehow adapted to that I love drawing Moon Knight. I don't know why. I think I love the chaos in terms of the drawing of the character. Sometimes I don't like drawing things so clean and so smooth. I like just sitting there just ripping away with a pen. Moon Knight, I want to say Wolverine, Daredevil, things like that. Doctor Doom, which I love. Oh yeah, bro, I hear you. I have a 6-year-old girl and boy, they're a handful. You just want to hang out. Yeah, so I mean, once again, if anyone's interested in my stories, back in 2020, I was laid off during COVID. Um, COVID, I worked in construction and was laid off, and it was a month before my daughter was born, so that was a very, very, very stressful time. And then what happened was I ended up being a stay-at-home dad for about a year and a half. So I raised my daughter for that year and a half. And what's funny is that when I started doing YouTube, yeah, yeah, Jeremy, big on YouTube. Yeah, I was big on YouTube. Um, when I started doing that, I had trouble coming up with an idea for like a YouTube channel. And my father-in-law was like, "You should call yourself Mr. Mom," from the Michael Keaton movie. If anyone ever saw Mr. Mom when he was stay-at-home dad, and so that's how my name came about. It was Mr. Mom Collectibles is what it was. I didn't want something that was so tight. So Mr. Mom Collectibles is what my name was on YouTube. It still is. I still have the channel, but that was what it was. And then my my wife was pregnant with twins at 12 weeks, and we ended up unfortunately having a miscarriage with one of them, and my daughter survived. And when Mr. Mom Collectibles, yeah, that is, yep, Mr. Mom Collectibles, it's not hard to find on YouTube. um and what's funny is that when we were coming up with the names for our kids, we had trouble coming up with names. And so my wife is a really big Peter Pan fan, so she liked the name Peter. And then for Spider Man, obviously Peter Parker. But then when we unfortunately lost one, and we were just having my daughter, she had trouble thinking of like a name for a girl. So I threw around a bunch of names, and then one of the names I came up with was Gwen Stacy, and she loved the name Gwen Stacy, but she didn't like it hyphenated. So my daughter's name is Gwen Stacy Carroll. So Stacy's her middle name. So my daughter's name is Gwen Stacy. Well, Gwen. Her middle name is Stacy. Last name is Carol, and she just turned 6 years old. But well, in August 2 years ago, a blessing happened that my wife was pregnant again and ended up being a son. And so a boy. And so she kind of looked at me and she's like, "How do we not name him Peter?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess, right? Like, how do we not do that?" And so my son's name is Peter. His middle name is Parker. So Peter Parker Carroll. So I I have a Gwen Stacy and a Peter Parker, I guess you could say. Um, yeah, it's kind of hard to, it's just kind of one of those things that kind of fell into its own. But um, yeah, it was kind of crazy nonetheless. But yeah, I'm blessed for that. And my wife makes fun of me because I have to one day do a drawing. She wants me to do a drawing of Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker. So she told me the other day, she's like, when you get around to it, she wants me to put stuff in their rooms, and she wants me to do a Gwen Stacy, but she wants me to do a Gwen Stacy that has a little bit of my daughter's features, not exactly, but she wants me to do a little bit of like something that's like her, like not blonde. My daughter's a brunette, not blonde, and so something like that. And then my son, same thing. So I have to kind of do that eventually. So that's in the queue. I'm divulging quite a bit, but I'm an older parent. My first was 39, so we went through a lot of loss before. Yeah, I mean like when we had my daughter, we actually went through IVF and IVR. So like because we had trouble conceiving, and so a lot of people say like once you go through like the IVF and things like that, you end up having one like naturally easier. So that's what happened. My daughter, we had through IVF or IVR, I forget which one we had it through, but we had it through there. And then a couple of years later, we naturally conceived my son. So yeah, that was he was a, a blessing nonetheless. So he's definitely a Peter for sure. Um, but for those who, like I said, when it comes to me and my art, like I've been drawing since I can't even remember when I was picking up a pen and a piece of paper at like four, a couple years old, drawing. It's kind of been just a natural thing, so to speak. And so I did go to school for art. I graduated. I went to Pratt Institute. I went to Art Institute in New York City, graduated for illustration, graphic design, did all that stuff. I actually interned at Marvel Comics. If anyone's interested, I do because I have my other phone. So when I was my sophomore year uh, at school, I representative from Marvel Comics came to our college and looked at my portfolio among others, and basically was hey, they wanted me to intern there, which was pretty cool. And so I thought that was really 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 neat. I have some photos. It was really cool. I joke. I was there around 2011, 20. I try to remember the date. I was there when they were filming Captain America because I remember they blocked off Times Square to do the end credit scenes when he was running through Times Square, not knowing where he was when he woke up from being like frozen and stuff. That's when I was working at Marvel. Um, just to give you guys I mean, there's my visitor pass. I have it on my phone, so that's when I first visited. Visitor Ryan Carroll, Marvel, and then I'll show you guys photos that I have. Yeah, this is 2011. 2011. Because there's my Marvel was cool. I worked it was obviously, comics and stuff, so it was yeah, so like this was like the inventory. I know it's hard to see on my phone, but like I took a picture of like that like they kept like didn't care about like the quality, but like that's like they had every single book and everything in their display. Um they had what was cool is all their conference rooms were named after different superheroes. So like this was like the Hulk room, that was like the Spider-Man room. You can see like the photos I took. Yeah, that's me at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, that was the banner. Oh yeah, there it is, like the Hulk room. You can see literally it said Hulk room. Um, and so yeah, and each room would be decked out like in that specific that character. I think that's Jose Casada, if I'm not mistaken, when he did Siege. That was a big. That was like in the break room. Um, yeah, I didn't want to be obnoxious taking like too many photos. I can joke and say like I was in the bathroom at the urinal and I took a piss next to Jose Casada. I think that's kind of cool. I was in there going to the bathroom and then he just walked in. I didn't want to like fanboy or anything. So yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. Jeremy, if you're still there, I thought you said you had to go. I guess I kept you pretty entertained. Oh, I appreciate that. Pots of gold. So glad you bumped into me. I appreciate that. I really do. Like I said, I'm just being honest, being genuine. I got stories for days, but I'm just sharing my experience. We all have an experience, right? We all have a story. We all have a unique journey that got us to where we are. So I'm always happy to talk about mine. If as long as there's someone that's out there willing to listen. Going through a shared link by awesome. Thank you so much. Like I said, if you first time here, I love first time, checking out what's going on. Share the stream. How's it going? I really appreciate it. What's going on, Slammin' 90? I hope you are having a good Wednesday night. We are getting closer to the 4th of July weekend, which we're going to have fun. Just doing some drawing. This is just doing some sketching 5x8s, just showing you guys what can be if you guys are interested in stuff that I have available for sale. I don't want to put anybody on the spot by all means. So I don't want to be sound like a dick by any means, but if Jose is still out there, are you still interested in that dual that 2 for 40? Because I know that was bought by somebody else. Do you have anything? What do you want me to show you? What I could show you? What do you want to see? You want to? All right. So I can go back through my sales pitch. So we got sketch cards. Oh no, you interact with him. He won't show. No, he won't. So basically what we have for auction or sale, we have your sketch cards, which we have available. I'll show you what I have in terms of sketch cards. These are commissioned pieces. I have them on my phone. I took pictures of them because I shipped them out, so forgive me. But in terms of like sketch cards, this is stuff that I did already. So like this is a Moon Knight that I did. That's a Wolverine. That's a Spider-Man. We also have, when it comes to sketch cards, this is what's the actor's name that played Soldier Boy on The Boys? I can't think of his name. That was a commission piece that I did. So yeah, that's just an ink one that I did. So there you go. And then we have Absolute Batman. So no, don't worry about that. That was it's don't by all means. Absolute Batman. This is a Joker that I did, Joker sketch card. So there you go. Just to give you an idea. Once again, that's the Soldier Boy that I did. That was just an ink. Alakazam, right there. That was really cool. I don't remember who this character is. This is from a show. Who is this from? Shit. Someone commissioned me to do this. I forget the name. It's from, I think it's from like an anime or something like that. That someone asked me to do. I did that one too. Where is? Yeah, Yugi. I'm not sure it was you. I have it in my phone exactly who it was. So that was a Venom that I did. I have another Venom that I did. It was totally different. And then this was a sketch cover that I did last night. This is a sketch cover blank of a Venomized Spider-Man. And then that's a same thing. And that's a sketch cover that I did of Omni. This is an Omni-Man Invincible. I really like what I did with this one. Adding the blood and stuff like that on there. You see the details. But like I said, that was what it was. And so I could do a lot of stuff, sketch cards. And then I just started getting into these 5x8s actually. This 5x8 like kind of Bristol, because it kind of is a nice medium between a sketch cover and a sketch card, where it allows, like for example, this Joker sold, but when I drew the Joker on the sketch card, I really liked the version of it that I blew it up and was able to add more detail in the card and the face and stuff. So that's what's really awesome with that. And like I said, these are just pencil 5x8s that I did throughout the week. Spawns, Wolverines, like you see the Omni Man, another Moon Knight, Invincible, two Invincibles, Gunslinger, and there's a Magneto. This is not sold, but someone bought this one that I'm going to do on a sketch card. So like these are all available. These are just ones that like I'm penciling out ideas, except the Joker. The Joker is sold actually. But these are all available. And then like tonight I was doing this dual piece of Sabretooth and Wolverine. So like I'm gonna ink these, finish them, and I'm gonna color them and then sell them as a set. So that way they're like together. And then that seemed to be pretty popular. So a couple of people bought the dual pieces. I'm gonna sell them together. Like these, I'll sell on another stream together. So they're, because I think they make sense. But that being said, a couple of people bought. I think I like like the Joker, someone bought the Joker, but then they want me to do a Harley Quinn next to it, and then someone else bought one where they want an absolute Batman and an absolute Joker as well. So I'm open to do that. That's where that whole like 2 for 40 thing came, where connecting them together. So that's kind of where we're at. And then when it comes to sketch covers, I have blanks available. I just started working on this Spawn. This is not for anybody. I just wanted to do a bigger Spawn. If no one gets this one, I'm gonna ink this and probably watercolor it and do watercolor on that. And then I have so many other blanks that are the pile. Oh man, have you seen Absolute Two Face? Yeah, I bought. I was speaking. We were talking about that earlier. I actually just got that issue in like 2 days ago. I added it to my pile of the Two Face, and someone commissioned me to do an Absolute Two Face, and so I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, I really love what they're doing with it, and I actually already ordered. I think what is it? The first appearance of Harley Quinn. I love what's going on with that. And then also Batgirl. I did those too. Um, I'm trying to get the whole absolute Batman run. I have a majority of them, but there's definitely ones I'm missing. But I try to grab the first appearance of a major character. So I have like Bane, Joker, Two Face, all the main people. But I have to shop backwards and get some stuff 100%. What's her look? Her look is really cool. You know what it is? There's an artist. Let me see what her name is. Um, Hang on 1 second. I can't think of her name right now. There's an artist. Her look is really different. Her look is really different. Because I hated Joker. I hated it at first, but now yeah. I forget. There's a woman who I watched her on YouTube who do some fantastic female versions, and I bought her variant cover. I can't think of what her. I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. For those who know, her name. It's bothering me. Hang on a second. All male. I'm looking at my inbox because I actually asked. What's her name? If anyone in the If anyone in the chat knows what her name, I mean, the thing with it is that they have so many people doing variant ish. There's so many people doing variant covers. I try to stick to the originals. Let me see. Oh, uh, so this is the artist. Her name Carla Cohen. If anyone knows who she is, she does some really great female work, and this is this is her variant cover of Absolute with the Harley Quinn. I bought this one. I think it was like $30, which I don't normally do the variants. I like the originals. But her name was, I remember watching her on stream. Her name is Carla Cohen. She's gonna be at San Diego Comic Con. But this is her variant of Absolute Batman Harley Quinn. And I actually liked it a lot that I got it. I'm hoping to one day have her sign it in person. Her female portrait, her female work is outstanding. It really is. She's going to San Diego Comic Con. I will be at New York Comic Con. Anyone out there going to New York Comic Con Thursday, let me know. We could always meet up, say hi. I bought a ticket. I'm going Thursday as of right now, New York Comic Con. I have Thursday locked in. Um, yeah, I thought she was. Yeah. She is married to him because I remember I watched a stream where they were both doing like a co-sketch together on something. You're right. Yes. Correct. Um, I reached out to find out if she was going to be at New York Comic Con, but they couldn't confirm that. She's going to be at San Diego because I wanted her to sign the cover. But I bought a ticket for New York Comic Con on Thursday. because I'm in New Jersey, so it's not a bad drive. But I want to take the first 5 issues and get the first 5 issues of Absolute Batman signed and then get them graded. So that's my, and then I wasn't big into Artist Alley last year, but now I want to go and visit some artists. There's a couple specific artists that I would love to get signatures from and work done by. I don't collect a lot of other artists' work. Um, but I really would love to go there and meet a bunch of other artists that I've really have admired over the years. That would be something that would be so much fun for me. I went to New York Comic Con a few years back, like 3 or 4 years ago. It was fun, really great experience. So many pens. It's annoying. For those who are stopping in, I thank you so much for your support. If there's anybody that's interested, let me know because I will be ending the stream shortly, probably next like 20, 30 minutes. I have open auctions available for stuff that we can run. Is there anybody that's open to like sketch cards, 5x8s, sketch cover blanks, or if you want to just negotiate a straight commission fee for a one-off? Let me know if anyone is interested in anything. I'm open to helping anybody out if anyone has an idea for something. If anyone's interested in sketch blanks, I can run through like what I have available and what I have on order. So that way you have an idea, even if it's not for now, for the next stream that I do. Definitely if you're stopping in, please consider bookmarking. We're going to be doing a stream on Friday, which is like a pre 4th of July kind of celebration stream, kind of in the afternoon, like 5:30 afternoon, late. Um, but yeah, we'll be doing that as well. And what I want to do for the 4th of July stream is if anyone is interested, I would love to do a I have a commission piece. It's not commission, but I have a piece I want to do of Captain America on a blank sketch cover. The blank sketch I should have tomorrow. And if that works out, I would love to do a piece live and then auction it off. Can't wait for the next stream. Good to meet. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like I said, if you're a fan of what you see, please share the stream, bookmark the next one. Thank you so much for sharing. It means more to me than, for someone that just started Whatnot literally 2 weeks ago. It's hard to build. It's difficult to start from scratch and build up an audience. It really is. And not only an audience, but like people that are genuinely invested in you, that are willing to watch what you're doing and buy your work and support you and stuff. It takes a lot for it takes a lot. It does. Now. Like I said, thank you for those who are watching. Staying, staying true. You guys are the real ones, the troopers. I was gonna add color to this Moon Knight. but I kind of like it the way that it is, like with the black and gray. That's the problem with Moon Knight is I like doing Moon Knight, and then I have this idea of like I want to do color, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then I end up just liking it the way it is. So I'm leaving it, and sometimes I just don't want to overdo things and just like kind of kill the momentum of the piece. But then I do something weird, like I'll do like an outline and a color, just kind of accentuate. So I want to see if I have like, do I have like a teal? I don't know if I have a teal. Like blue, something like blue, just to change it up a bit. I don't know, just a little blue, just to add something to it, right? Milo, here you go. Just something quick. It's been coming for some time. Is there anything else that anyone wanted to auction off? Sketch cards, 5x8s, blanks, anything like that? I'll revise the store and stuff. But if anyone doesn't have anything else, I know we definitely did a lot of work tonight. I appreciate all of those who stopped in and made purchases. Thank you so much, so much for that. I really do appreciate all your time and support as always to that. For those who won stuff, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Once again, just to recap for those, Friday is going to be a 4th of July esque stream. And so I'm going to be doing a like a Captain America piece. As long as the sketch cover comes in, and I'll work on some commission pieces that haven't been finished yet, but we'll open it up again to, like I said, more auctions, more things like that. And so hopefully it generates some interest for anybody out there who are new. Definitely make sure to follow, share the stream. That's the only thing I can ask for. You get more people out to watch, see what's going on. But as I said, I appreciate the support. And for all of those out there that have purchased from me tonight, thank you so much. I will begin working on your stuff. Like I said, first thing tomorrow, working on everything. And we'll do another giveaway, maybe the Moon Knight that I just did here or something else. I like the idea of just giving something away just to kind of generate some interest and making people happy because that's what I want to do. So that being said, thank you so much, everybody, for your time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Thank you.